Estamos listos. Lístale. And I call this meeting back to order and continue with item number 5 on discussion items. Number 1, place city manager on administrative leave. Councilman Barona.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want the public to know and understand that I asked that this item be placed on the agenda. The reasons that I asked for it to be placed on the agenda, because the relationships between the city manager and myself have completely deteriorated to a purpose of no communications between the both of us. I don't believe that the city of Nogales is going the direction that it should be headed, especially with economic development, a friendly business environment, how we deal with problems, and especially with our strategic plan and items that I have here. It's unfortunate, but I am not going to sit here for 4 years and accomplish nothing. I want the city to move forward, especially with economic development. I want our employees to be treated with respect and dignity. But most important, I want the people of Nogales that have complaints to be treated fairly. And I want to make sure that our people that deal with business license, we continue to have growth in a positive direction, that we create jobs for people here, that we work on buildings and infrastructure, okay? It's not going how I would like to see it go. Unfortunately, the wording that I placed on the agenda is not broad enough for me to make a motion for legal action right now. I am going to go ahead and put it up at a future agenda item. We've all have to get my thoughts in order because my comments can have legal repercussions to the city for liability, and I'm not going to place the city in that position though. So, I am going to put it on for a future agenda item to see how we can deal with this. Look at this, but I wanted in here to know, and I wanted Mr. Rivera to know that I'm not happy with what's happening. And I want to see a different direction headed, or I want somebody else to be the city manager. Mr. Mayor, I'm trying to juggle as much as I can, because I don't want to get the city in a predicament here, but I want the public to know how I feel. And I want the public to know that I want the city to move forward. I am convinced that my colleagues are in accord and want the city to move forward though too. So, there's words that I can't use here right now, but I think I've made my point, Mr. Mayor. I've tried to do it. I've had my list here and everything, but I want to stop there, Mayor, but I want the mayor, the council, and especially Mr. Rivera to know how I feel. Because I'm not going to back away from this, and I'm not going to waste my time as a member of this council, and I cannot see concrete examples that we're moving forward. So I will wait for a future agenda item, put it on there, let's see what his next response is, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Councilman.
Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. And I don't know if any other councilman wants to make any other, yes, Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. I think all of us are frustrated and want to see the city of Nogales move in the direction that everyone would like to see the city move. And I think it's incumbent upon us to work together to communicate the direction that we all believe is in the best interests of the city. And I think we're all committed to doing that. And I echo the comments of my colleague, Dr. Varona, and I myself don't want to be here another 2 years and not see any positive results. In fact, I don't want to be here another 30 days and not see any positive action moving in the right direction. So I think, and I'll speak for myself, that I would like us to meet in a retreat as soon as possible so we can start addressing some of these things and start moving the city in the right direction. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, thank you, Vice Mayor. Anyone else like to say another word or two? Councilman Diaz?
Mr. Mayor, if I may, I agree with both Dr. Varona, Vice Mayor. They brought out some good points, but we are right now are especially the city manager. He's got his hands tied with limited resources, limited staff, and with everything going on right now, infrastructure, litigation, lawsuits, and all that, we have to continue to move forward and get all these existing problems out of the way before we can start making major changes with staff, city manager and all that. We need to continue. We need continuity with somebody that's already in place and they know everything that's going on. They have the in and outs of problems facing the city every day. Because me, and I don't know about the rest of the council, we're not here every day. It's not an 8 to 5 job, and like his job is a city attorney, our city clerk, and all staff that works here. They're here every day. They know what happens. They know what problems and issues we have. So we have to take this a step at a time. We have to take it slowly. But I do agree, we have to do something, and we have to start moving forward very quickly, and use our existing members right now. And if we don't like something, we tell them, and they're supposed to, listen to us and try and figure out how they're going to do what we have to do. So that's all I have. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Diaz. See that there's nobody else that looks like wants to say anything, but I guess it's overall. I know that you've been here less than a year, and you've given you direction in certain areas, and like Councilman Diaz said, there's sometimes obstacles and there's other things that need to be attended to, but hopefully maybe in the near future, some of the help that's coming on board, you'll be able to kind of take a dive in. But I believe you, at this point, I believe you can do the job. And I might think I was one of, in the past, I was getting frustrated also. But, we have high expectancies. We'd like to change the culture, and the thing is that it takes time sometimes. But in the direction that we're asking, we do expect you to focus on that, and hopefully you'll be able to overcome those obstacles and deliver. But it's in your hands. You're at the helm. You're the captain of the ship, so we're putting our faith and trust in you. Thank you. Okay, seeing that we already finished acting on that item, we'll continue with 2, and at this time, since this second item is moot, we're just going to go to the next one because it doesn't apply to this one. Thank you, Councilman. And so we're going to go into orders, and we have consideration and possible action of order 2017-02-008. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay. That's a second?
Second.
All right. And all those in favor, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it, motion carried. And we go into number 2, consideration and possible action of order 2017-02-009. And in order of the Council of the City of Nogales, authorizing the city manager to manage and settle the collection of delinquent sewer accounts. Do we have any discussion? Oh, we have a second. We have a first and a second. Okay. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Discussion?
We asked for discussion. Nobody.
Oh, no, I didn't hear you.
Oh, good. Okay. Did we get the vote on this or no?
No.
We haven't voted yet.
Okay, good. So we'll go back to, we have a first and second, and then we're open for discussion.
So these delinquencies, how much is the delinquencies over there where we have to spend close to $750,000 at Peña Blanca? Is there a big delinquency there? Because now we have to pay that amount of money, and now they're not even paying their sewer fees?
Mr. Mayor, Councilman Morona, we've been having multiple meetings going over this issue, and we've discovered that the delinquent amount equals about $350,000. The city has an agreement with a collection agency that has been in place for years, but it's not working. The accounts, after I've analyzed them, this is not something that's accumulated over 12 months. This is accumulated over probably 6 or 7 years. So we have had discussions with legal staff. We are working on a plan. Part of the plan involves the legal process of placing liens on property because it's not within our water system, our water delivery system. We don't have the authority to shut off their water. This is the only means that we have to collect these funds in the short term. The long term, there's another possible solution, which I'll be coming back to at a future date to come up with a plan to deal with that. But right now, this is the only means that we have. The amount that's being collected by the collection agency does not amount to a material amount that would offset this delinquent balance.
Well, I guess I think we should go forward with this. The point that I'm trying to make is, this council has made previously public policy that now has turned out to be detrimental to the city. We're going to have to dish out close to $750,000 probably by the time all of this is constructive. And now the people that we're serving, we're back $350,000. So, and I think that really the only solution for us at some time to consider is purchasing the water company.
And we've been having that in mind. We're all headed in the right direction on that. Of course, some of those bills that you mentioned, we're trying to get working and getting other resources or funds to cover that, and hopefully we do. That'll help in that situation. But yeah, we don't want to put it on the burden, the bags of our budget. So anyway, do I have a motion to approve?
You do.
I did. I had a motion now.
We need a vote.
Let's call the vote.
One more.
Yeah, oh, sorry,
What-
go ahead, Councilman. I'm
What
sorry. I
make,
didn't-
we're bringing up the delinquency to your charge, there's no commitment with the company that's trying to do the collection?
Mr. Mayor, Councilman Maldonado, we do have a contract with the collection agency, but what has happened, and this is just my personal opinion, is that by word of mouth, it has spread that I don't pay this bill, why are you paying it? And the delinquency rate has continued to rise. I'm not sure how successful the collection agency has been in the past, but I can tell you the amount that's collected recently is really immaterial. It doesn't get anywhere close to the delinquent balance. In fact, rough numbers, it would take about 30 years to collect just that balance, not any future bills.
But our contract legal, we're, okay by disrupting it?
Yes, this will give the city authority to take the next step, because frankly, the collections hasn't worked, okay? So this order will authorize us to take more aggressive actions. And we're going to do it rather than the collection agency because it hasn't been working. So we'll send out letters, we'll figure out what the amounts are, we'll identify property owners, and under our ordinance, we can either reach an agreement that they pay, or we'll slap a lien on their property, on the real property. So we're going to be more aggressive in the collection effort. That's what this order authorizes us to do.
Without breaching the contract of the collection agency.
Right.
Mr. Mayor?
Are you concluded already, Councilman Maldonado?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor.
See here, the people of Nogales are paying their bills, okay? They're paying the sewer, the water. We have no business over there, and then we're trying to collect over there, provide a service, and they're not paying. But all the people here with all the rate increases and everything, so what we're asking without this is, we're asking the people of Nogales to financially subsidize those individuals over there.
Councilman Barona, just in case, I don't know, maybe you haven't spoken to our city manager on that, but it's not just those people. We have about another 1,000 people in the city that are under the Liberty or Verde Fund.
I'm
So-
sure you're right that there's
And they're not paying either.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
that's
people-
the problem, that it's starting to spread amongst those people. And we
They
don't
don't
want it
pay
to get any
attention.
further because it's starting to grow.
Well, that's a good
But
point.
he has an aggressive plan that'll take care of it, and that'll step up immediately, they'll pay. Believe me, it'll work. And just with the example that we're gonna use, I think, again, the word of mouth is gonna go out, and they're gonna say, you better pay up.
Well, I think we should, because we can't run this business like this
Right.
any longer.
Right. So we're,
And-
and these are the things that the city manager is taking action. There's other things that we haven't talked about.
Especially if we're asking our own people for an increase in rates, and we might have to come back for increase in rates, and all of these people aren't paying. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, you used the Trump phrase, believe me.
Oh, my goodness. Don't impeach me. Okay. I guess we need to bring it to a vote now, because I've been trying to get a vote on this.
Aye.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carried. Now we go to number 3, consideration and possible action of order 2017-02-010, an order of the mayor and council of the city of Nogales, Arizona, modifying and adopting the city of Nogales personnel manual, establishing personnel rules and regulations. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move, Your Honor.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yes. Did somebody second it?
Yes, we had a motion, first and second. You have
Second.
you made the mo,
Right, I made the
first,
Mr. Mayor, this is, I'm feeling that the city manager is trying to shut this personnel policy down my throat. I've asked several times for a retreat on this so we could go through this page by page. This, I've said it time and time again, this is how we govern. We do not go down and tell any department head how to run their department. We don't tell the city manager on a daily basis what to do. This is how we govern, and we have not spent the time to discuss this among ourselves, to go through with it, to see what we have. I don't know where all of a sudden this energetic movement came in. I've asked that this be taken to a retreat, a study session. It still hasn't been. And I can't convince myself how any one of us can honestly say, without just a motion in a second, to go ahead and approve this when we haven't even discussed it among ourselves. If anything that there is that we have a say on how departments are run, it's through this personnel manual. And here again, we have a breakdown again. Nothing of that. And I don't want, I want to go through this, but I want to go through it. If you want to stay right now and go through it page by page, I'll stay here. I don't have a problem with that. I'll put in the time that's necessary, but I just don't want to do, I want to be able to go, I want to hear opinions from the employees on how they feel about every aspect of this. I want to do this, we do this in the community college, we do this in Nogales Unified School District every time. We go page by page on the policies to make sure all the personnel is aware of what's going on. I'm very resentful of this.
Okay, any more discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move that we table this item.
Second. Okay, I guess, we have a,
Well, there's a motion to table it, so we have to vote
but
on
we
it.
had original motion.
But the
Yeah,
table
but
takes
the
precedence.
table takes precedence on it. So just vote whether or not to table it, if it's,
Or did you want to discuss it right now?
And discuss it under table.
No, on the table. On the table. Well, we can always vote and come back to it.
but can I make a comment? And I know, Councilman, you and I have gone back and forth on this, but this is not written in stone. And if you want to go over it later, let's go over it. But we really need this because we've got some pending personnel matters that are going to come up soon. And we need this. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that it's perfect. It's not perfect. But we've reviewed this with all the department heads with their employees. The unions have okayed it. I've given it to the council. You've had it for 2 months. You know, we need a vote on it. But again, that doesn't mean that if you want some change later on, we could do it. If something's not working, something's bothering you, then we can address it. But we really need this thing going because we've got some matters that are pending right now that this is necessary to get going.
And a lot of it is the same. So if something's not working, we can always bring it back and.
Yes, after the fact, but then I want to make sure that the employees are treated fairly too.
But it's-
Not to be used as I don't want this mayor to be used
It
as
can
a
go
weapon
both-
against the employees.
No, but it's not. That's the whole point.
One way or another.
I'm not of that. I go through this all of the time, at community college and at the school district. I know how these things are approached.
Councilman,
Now,
this is a very employee-friendly manual.
Well, then let's go through it, call for a meeting next week, and we'll go for it page by page by page.
But we need it
Just this
now.
one item, and we'll go for it page by page by page. I'm not gonna go back and forth on this. I want to know that if we do it right the first time.
Okay, so. Now, you just made, this is not a motion that you just made, just.
No, you need the
You make the motion to table.
Table.
And then afterwards, I guess we can make, but we'll put it to a vote, see who wants, maybe the rest of the council wants to pass it on, and whenever there's a problem with it, we can address the problem. I mean, personally, I don't think we're gonna, you'll find some things in the old manual that weren't beneficial, and those have been changed. Maybe possibly in the new manual, there'll be a couple of things, but we won't know until they're put to the test. Until an incident arises.
Yeah, but you don't even know that, because there's no comparison between the old manual and the new manual. So I'd like to see how anybody here found what the new manual says in comparison to the old manual. I'd like somebody to tell me that.
Mr. Mayor,
Okay, yes, Vice Mayor.
we follow Robert's rules, and I believe when a motion to table, all discussion should cease and
Okay.
vote on the motion, and
Yes,
we're
we'll
not
call
following
to
that.
the question,
Thank
and
you.
put it to vote. All those in favor of tabling signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against say nay. Nay. So I guess the nays have it.
Can we have a roll call, Mayor?
So now,
Yes, we can have a roll call. We'll have a roll call. We'll start with Councilman Diaz. Okay.
Mayor,
Councilman. Aye. Councilman, or
Aye.
Vice Mayor. Councilman Roca.
nay.
Councilman Maldonado. Nay.
Mayor,
Nay.
Nay.
The nays have it. And motion table. Now we'll go back to
More
I guess-
strife.
we'll go back.
Mayor, I believe I made a motion
To approve.
To approve, okay, so now we'll call to the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye. We discussed it already. Even got to the table.
No, you already moved on to the next item on the agenda. I just lost you there. You guys threw me off on the previous item. You're on the last item?
No, but we,
No, no.
yeah, well, we're in the item right here, yeah, we're in number 3,
We're on the motion.
on the motion. Yeah.
Oh, the main motion.
The main motion, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, the main motion. And it was, a motion.
Motion to
We had a
approve.
motion to approve and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carried. You wanted a roll call?
No. All
Again?
those opposed.
All those against
Nay.
signify saying nay. Okay. Motion carried. Now going to, I guess this is an ordinance that needs another reading. I believe it's,
Well, another vote, because we didn't have the full council last time.
oh, that's right. We have a full council tonight. We need to put this, another vote, number 1. Consideration and possible action of ordinance 02017-02-001. Second reading of an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Nogales, repealing Articles 1, 2, and 3 of Chapter 18 of the Nogales City Code and adopting new Articles 1, 2, and 3. Legal? Do you have any comments?
No more.
Okay. So,
We'll move to.
Second.
okay, we have a motion to approve and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carried. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those against? Okay. Meeting adjourned.